Hi everybody and welcome to my channel, Your Strength Within. My name is Emmanuel Ben Isaac and I'm here to help you overcome your anxiety. If you're a first-time listener, just a little bit about my channel and what's it about. I basically help people overcome their anxiety by sharing tips and my own experience of how I overcame my anxiety disorder. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, please do so you can receive notification when my new videos come out. And if you do enjoy this episode, please click the like button and share it with somebody that you think that would benefit from it. So on today's episode, what I want to talk about is people that, go through anxiety disorder. They feel very guilty. They feel very guilty that they're going through this. They feel very guilty that they're putting their family members through this. They feel very guilty that they're not able to participate in certain family events or going out with their family like they used to, or be involved with their children's life like they used to be. And they feel like they're very paralyzed and they put so much blame on themselves because of what they're going through. And I want to talk about it because it's a very important thing to understand, to let go of that guilt, so that way we can repair ourselves, because that guilt is just weighing us down and we feel worse with ourselves than actually repairing ourselves. By the way, it's perfectly normal to feel this guilt. Don't feel bad about feeling it. It's perfectly normal. It's part of the process of overcoming anxiety disorder and going through anxiety disorder. I remember I felt very guilty for having anxiety disorder. Just with myself, I would be so hard with myself and saying, like, how can I go through this? Why am I going through this? Like, you're such a weak person. How dare you feel this way? And it would just put me down more and more. And I also was thinking, like, how can I put my family through this? Because with my brother, whatever he went through also with anxiety disorder, and they went through a very difficult time. And I said, I have to add that on top of my parents on top of that, because I didn't think that I was important enough or valuable enough. So that's what I want to talk about on today's episode, and how to overcome this guilt and to be able to build yourself. So just like an example for you to better understand guilt, so that you have a more relatable example. So let's say you broke your leg. You broke your leg and you cannot walk anywhere because, again, you broke it and you need a cast. You need to go physical therapy and everything, and you're not able to go anywhere. And your family needs to be there for you, getting you things, taking you places, basically being there for you until you reheal yourself and you're able to walk again. And just think about it. If I would break my leg, would I feel guilty about putting my family through this or not being able to do certain things? Most likely you will say, no, I wouldn't feel guilty. This is the same exact thing with anxiety disorder. Anxiety disorder, you're just insides, our emotions and our mind is broken right now. It doesn't mean that you're weak. Just like the broken leg, it doesn't mean that you're weak and you cannot walk. No, it's because I have a broken leg, I cannot walk right now. That's the reason why. It's the same thing with anxiety disorder. It's because I have this anxiety disorder is the reason why I cannot do A, B, and C. I want to do it with them because I love them, and I'm sorry that I have to put you guys through this, okay? But at the same time, there is a reason why that I'm feeling this way and why I'm going through this. Just the same thing as a broken leg. There's a reason why it broke. Either you're playing sports or something got dropped on it, or you're running or something might have happened that made you break your leg. Same thing with anxiety disorder. It's the same exact thing. It didn't come out of nowhere, even though that it feels that way. It feels as if it came out of nowhere, but it didn't. And once we, again, however you want to do that, but once we go through therapy and we discover and we look back, we start realizing, like, hey, this is the reason why it makes sense, the reason why I have anxiety disorder today. And I always talk about this, the reasons why you have anxiety disorder. It's very common. The very root causes is either trauma, self-esteem, self-confidence, and negative thinking. Like, if you don't have those, right, if you don't have a high self-esteem or a high self-confidence, or you think negatively, you're going to eventually get anxiety disorder. And of course, somebody that went through trauma, that's for sure. That makes perfect sense that they most likely will get anxiety disorder. So back to the guilt part, like, you wouldn't feel guilty if you would break your leg, right? You wouldn't. And your family would be happy, and you would be happy for asking help from your family to help you out. You wouldn't feel hesitant to, like, ask you to get you something, or, or something like that, because they understand, right? And you understand, like, hey, listen, I broke my foot, I broke my leg. I I can't get it. So like, I don't want to. So same thing with anxiety disorder. Right now you are inside. It feels like you're broken. You're not weak just because you're broken. It's like whenever you go out to the gym, right? And you're going to go bench press or lifting weights, you're not going to go right away, pick up the, 300 pounds right now and bench 300 pounds. You're not going to do that, or curl 50 pounds right away. No, your first time in the gym, you're going to take a lower weight, and you're either going to take a 45 bar or a 15, right? Or 10. You're going to start off low and build yourself slowly, but little by little. Same thing with us in life. We automatically, most of us with anxiety disorder, and it's important to understand this so that you don't feel guilty, is that we have been put in situations that we have to do everything on our own. Most of us. And either that we were putting down most of the time. We've been put down, and we weren't, and it didn't seem like as if we were important for our family members, our parents especially, or our loved ones. And that affected our self-esteem, which again caused more anxiety because we want that acceptance. We want that love. So again, it didn't come out of nowhere. It came out of somewhere. And eventually your body just couldn't handle it. Your mind and your emotions and your body just couldn't handle it anymore. And what happens is that, boom, anxiety disorder develops, right? Or if you went through trauma, there's a reason why you went through it. It didn't come out of the blue. Now, what we need to do is repair ourselves, just like the broken bone. We need to repair ourselves, put a cast on it, right? Go to physical therapy. Do things in order so that you can get back up and start walking again, start running again, doing your sports, whatever it is, right? Same thing with anxiety disorder. We need to repair ourselves emotionally and mentally. And it's very hard, much harder than doing physically. But it's a blessing in disguise. And I know that sounds crazy. Tell you this is a blessing in disguise. I've spoken to multiple people, and I've helped multiple people in overcoming their anxiety. Whenever they're going through it, I remember in the beginning, every time I speak with them, they're just hopeless. They have no hope, and they don't think they're able to overcome this. But I want to tell you that whenever they conquer that anxiety, they all of a sudden feel like $1 million. They feel amazing, right? Because they feel so good that they didn't believe that they're able to overcome this. And once they do, they're like, whoa. And I'm here to tell you that going through anxiety disorder is going to be, again, a blessing in disguise, because you are going to rediscover yourself and rebuild yourself and reheal yourself, just like the broken leg with the cast. Same exact thing. And once you do, you will become much stronger than it was before. Again, it takes time, just like the broken leg. Same exact thing. It takes time to heal. It does, but eventually you're able to overcome that. The way to overcome with the guilt also is to forgive yourself. It's important. Once you understand all of this, you're able to forgive yourself much easier. You have to understand where it's coming from. And you're doing it for yourself to get much better. Again, it's not going to happen right away. You might still feel guilty, but say to yourself, hey, I forgive you for what you're going through because of what I just explained, so that you can understand, like, hey, if I had a broken leg, would I feel guilty? I wouldn't. So why do I feel guilty about this? What is it? Just because they don't understand what it is? Try your best to make them understand. They'll never understand you. People that never went through anxiety disorder will never understand you. It's like someone that's high and someone that's not. You guys are on two different levels. You won't be able to understand whatever one is saying to another. It's just two different worlds. And that's okay. But say to yourself, like, hey, feeling guilty, I need to forgive myself, whatever it is. I need to forgive this guilt. I need to let it go. And the reason why is because take that example, or whatever example that you can come up with, whatever it is, to make sense with you, to overcome this and forgive yourself, really. This way, you're able to overcome your anxiety disorder and a step forward in getting over it. Also understand that you are valuable. You are important. Whatever you're going through is important. It doesn't mean because most of our lives someone told us, oh, you're a piece of shit, or you're stupid, or you're ugly, or you're not capable, or you're not important, and who the hell is going to look at you? Don't listen to that. It's not going to help you. Listen to the good that's inside of you, your own opinion of saying, you know what? I am great. I am beautiful. I am amazing. I am capable. I am going to get out of this anxiety disorder. These are words of affirmation. Let go of the negativity. Say, you know what? I am important. It is important what I'm going through right now. It is. My emotions, my mind is important because it's my fuel for life. It is my fuel to keep on moving for my kids. It is my fuel to keep on moving for myself. This way, you're able to let go of that guilt and start moving forward and start also to overcome your anxiety disorder. I hope this give you some clarity and, forgiving yourself with the guilt and everything, so that way you're able to move forward with your life and move forward from anxiety disorder and being happier with yourself and more understanding and more giving yourself value and picking up your self-esteem. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do by clicking the subscription and the notification, the bell notification, so you can receive whenever I do come out with new videos. If you did like this video, please click the like button or share with somebody that you think that will benefit from this. The more people we can share with, the bigger, the more people we can help, because that's what I want to do. Even if I help one person, all this work that I put in, and I put in a lot of work, and I really don't mind it. It doesn't feel like it's work for me. I love what I do. I enjoy it. But it is still a lot of, work that I put into it, a lot of effort that I put into it, and I enjoy every minute. So if you do know something that's going to benefit this, please share it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.